Hi, I'm Jessica. Welcome to my second vlog. This one is about and my little back there. It's difficult, it can be challenging to remember that even when things seem to be not working out, because they aren't going the way we want, and sometimes they're really going, in our perspective, badly. It can be a challenge to remind yourself that everything is as it should be, you know, even when it's uncomfortable. And the experience that I'm having right now is such a big challenge, especially after just like having so much happen. We went to, well, I'm homeless, and we went to enroll the boys in school because I am not able to have enough focus to homeschool them anymore, and neither does their dad because he's busy. He's a writer and an actor, and then he works a regular job, so and the kids stay with him 4 days of the week, and what I've been doing is just coming and staying with him when it's my days for the boys, which is Friday through Monday. And then the rest of the time I stay with my boyfriend or my best friend, one of my best friends. So on top of, you know, not being able to work because you know, I can't, because my brain isn't working properly anymore. I lose track of time, and my short-term memory is shot for right now. And so we took the kids to enroll them in school, and come to find out it's gonna be really difficult to get them in school because we're coming from radical unschooling, and also because the schools for some reason automatically base things off of where the mother is located, and in order to get them in school I have to have a lease that says that I am a resident of that district, and of course I don't have that because I don't have an address. I'm staying out of my Jeep right now, which is better than being in a toxic situation, but it's not easy, and it's not exactly where I thought my life would be at 38 years old. So I feel kind of embarrassed, and it's hard to remind myself that right now homelessness is right where I should be, because if it was supposed to be any other way, it would be. Sorry, I'm emotional today. So you know, going and trying to enroll them really just brings up the fact that I'm homeless, and then, but I have to look at the big picture, which is the fact that I've put 3 autoimmune illnesses in remission, and now I'm working on the manifestations of Epstein-Barr, and I've done all of these without the use of medications and treatment and money, other than like the small amounts that people have donated. And I've done all of the emotional, well, I'm doing the emotional work, and I'm learning how to use my body as a communication device between myself and the source, energy, whatever that's called. And if I had money and if I had like stability, I would have gotten treatment, and I would have done all that, and I wouldn't see how powerful my mind really is, and how I can think myself well. And so I look at that, and I can have like gratitude that I've had that experience, but I'm really ready for it to pass. I'm gonna go get my camper from my ex's property this coming week, and I found a place to put it, but I can't stay in it, but at least I'll have access to it now where I didn't before, and I'm really grateful, for that. And so, like, on top of the homelessness, now I find out that my dad has liver cancer, and my stepdad, my biological dad, killed himself. So when I talk about my dad, I'm talking about my stepdad. His name is Craig. And so he's in Pennsylvania, and I'm all down here, and I can't go up there because I'm filing for disability, and I have to be going to appointments and stuff. And so it's hard for me to remember that right now. If I needed to be there, I would have the opportunity to be there, when what I really want is to be there now, so. And then on top of it, like, admitting that I can't homeschool my kids anymore, I guess it's a ego thing. And then on top of that, I went to go and buy groceries, and there's nothing like having a cart full of groceries and then everything bagged and rung up, and then your food stamp card doesn't go through because for some reason, something happened in the system and I didn't get my food stamps. Thank God their dad was with me and he paid them, So, like, it's starting to feel like I don't know what to do anymore. And so I'm just in each moment. And in each moment, I choose thoughts that bring me relief. I choose to remind myself that even when I'm uncomfortable, I'm right where I'm supposed to be. And I challenge myself to find happiness within the chaos, because my thoughts do create my reality. The way I look at things does manifest certain things. I know that now by looking at my health. But it can be a challenge, I'm worried about my dad. I have no idea, how, to make money for myself, because they're trying to figure out what's going on with my brain. There's my little, this Micah Mouse. You say hi? I'm recording a video journal. Okay. So this is Micah. Are you excited to go to school?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. What are you most excited about?
Making friends.
Yeah, you're gonna make lots of friends. Yeah. I love you.
I love you.
So, yeah, it can be a challenge to choose the high vibration, positive thought when it really feels like your entire world is crumbling around you. And I honestly am just starting to, I'm starting to think that for some reason, my life isn't ever gonna, really change. I've always had a lot of chaos. I grew up in an abusive family. I left home when I was 16. And, I've dealt with drug addiction and sexual abuse. I was molested and raped. was raped 3 times in adulthood. You know, homelessness, poverty, mental illness, you know, physical illness. I'm just starting to wonder when I'm gonna get my break. I have so much that I want to do, and I'm not able to have the focus to accomplish my my goals. And you know, at some point I think it really starts to feel like you're a failure. At least that's how I feel, you know. But I gotta remind myself that, like, when I share my journey and as I'm going through these difficult things, and I share and I show what it looks like to, you know, feel shitty and still choose to look at it in a positive way. You know, my friends say that I help them, and I mean, that's really my goal. So, I don't know. And then I've had, since I was doing the Lyme work, I had 25 friends go and get tested and realize that they had Lyme, the manifestations of Lyme. You know, and that's awesome. And, you know, I've seen now that, you know, the power of thought, how it can heal you or it can make you sick. And, you know, I choose wellness. And I guess what's hardest is, you know, knowing that I've been choosing wellness. I've been doing self-help work since I was 16 and studying psychology and sociology and world religion and all of these things to kind of fix me. And I just, you know, I want the same kind of stability. I want to be able to accomplish my goals, and I just always feel like something's happening. You know, just in the last 3 years, my husband left me. I was diagnosed with Lyme, and then I went into organ failure from the natural antibiotic that I was taking. And then I was homeless. I've been off and on homeless since my husband left me for the last 3 years. And then and then my uncle died of a heart attack, and 2 months later my best friend killed herself. And then a few months later, my mom died, and then, yeah, just going, like, I had one unhealthy relationship after the other because, you know, I was looking for stability through other people, and I've learned now that that puts me in position for toxic relationships. So, like, I've gotten to the point where I'm even happy living in my Jeep most of the time, because that's better than being abused. You know, that feels better than being abused. And I am the kind of person where I could be happy just taking a blanket out on the beach and making jewelry and selling it and be fine, but I have children, and so there's this huge, like all I ever wanted was to be a mom. And I was told that I couldn't. Oh yeah, I also had a hysterectomy in the last 3 years too. That kind of threw everything for a loop. You know, but like, all I ever wanted was to be a mom when I was little. And people would ask me, what do you want to do when you grow up? I would say, I want to be a mom, you know. And I got the miracle of having 2 beautiful, amazing boys after a few miscarriages. And then I had postpartum depression after my first, and postpartum psychosis after my second, and then I went through like 4 years of being in and out of the psych ward because having kids made me sick. And I just can never, all I want to do is be right for my kids. And all I feel like I keep doing is being a bad example. So,
Lucas is watching Friends.
okay. So, now it's, I guess, showing the boys that you can go through really hard things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you can still find happiness in those things. But some days are easier than others. So, I'm gonna keep choosing thoughts that bring me relief. I'm gonna choose to be grateful that I haven't had to sleep in my Jeep. I've had friends who have let me sleep there. And I can visit my wonderful children. And Carlos, their dad's family, has been really amazing and supportive. You know, I'm grateful I have a Jeep. I have a vehicle that I own, you know. And there's my other little. This is Lucas. Come here. Be careful of the cord. Be careful of the cord. This is Lucas.
Hello.
Are you excited about going into school?
No.
Not even a little?
Maybe a little.
Maybe a little. What are you excited about?
I don't know.
Friends? Learning new things?
Yeah.
Yeah, learning new things. I like to learn new things too. So yeah, that's what's going on. And I hope that through sharing what's going on with me for reals, instead of trying to be this like light guru worker, you know, maybe the kind of light working I do is by sharing my story and showing people what it looks like to actually walk the walk. And it's not always easy. And I don't deny my feelings either, you know, like I acknowledge them, but I don't allow my mind to run with them. The rest of my day now that I've spilled my guts is going to be centered around self-care, self-love. I'm going to take a detox bath. I'll do my nails. It'll make me feel good. And I'll probably do some art, make some jewelry, or finish my dream catcher. So, yeah. So don't give up. I tell myself that. Don't give up. Don't give up, Jessica. Everything is working out. Everything's working out. And when I stay in the moment, I know everything's okay. It's when I project my thinking forward in a space where we don't have access to the universe, because the universe is available to us in the moment. When I project my thinking forward, it feels scary because I don't have that access to my higher power in the future. Or in the past, I have the access right now. So when I'm in the moment, usually everything is okay. Like right now, my mind is, but the reality is that I am in a safe place, and I have a phone and computers and, you know, a shower, and all is well right now, you know. And if I'm in the moment and I realize that all is not well, then all I need to do is take an action, and then I feel better. So I don't know if that helps anybody, but I am really grateful that you're watching, and let me know what you think about what I'm sharing in the comments below. You guys have always been so supporting, or supportive. And yeah, don't quit. Don't quit before the miracle happens.